Let the meltdown begin. MMA Meltdown on the Fight Network. I am Gabriel Morency. Let's do this thing Canada Day style, as we want to wish a happy Canada Day to all the Fight Network viewers in the Great White North. An early 4th of July to everybody in the United States, and for all of our viewers in the UK and Holland and Turkey and Russia and all those other places. Happy whatever freaking day it is to you as well. So basically, we've got an opportunity this evening. And of course, our show lands on the holiday, but there's no rest for the wicked. And we decided to plow forward. We had the opportunity last week to catch up with Max Holloway. Max Holloway is going to be throwing it down in Saskatoon in Saskatchewan this August. Max Holloway joins us. He's taking on Charles Oliveira. You know he wants a piece of Conor McGregor in the future, so we break it down blessed MMA style with Max Holloway this evening. And speaking of Conor McGregor, we were fortunate enough to have Conor McGregor on the program. I think it was about 6 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago. Whenever they were doing their North American media blitz Conor McGregor joined us. We broke down the fight with Jose Aldo. And truth be told, we didn't know whether we were going to be able to replay this interview or not, because we don't really know if he's going to be fighting Aldo or not, or at least we didn't when we taped the show last week. This week, we sort of know, kind of know. Do we know? I don't know. I mean, you know, if you're a Jose Aldo fan and you're spending thousands of dollars to go to Las Vegas right now, would anybody be shocked if Aldo pulled the carpet out at the last second? And this is a classic example in which the UFC is putting their bottom line ahead of the fighter's best interests. It's in nobody's best interest here to move forward under these circumstances. Jose Aldo doesn't really want to fight, but he's getting like $3.5–4 million for this fight. You know, the dude grew up drinking puddle water, man. You know, $3.5–4 million bucks. He's been squawking. The guy's got like $40K a fight not that long ago. He wants the $3.5–4 mil. He's almost being extorted into a point like, listen, even if you're injured, just fight and take the damn money. And I think that's the route that he's going to go. But if he can't fight, then Chad Mendes gets thrown in here. And that's not fair to Conor McGregor. And props to Conor McGregor, man. And, you know, I was a little slow to jump on the Conor bandwagon in the sense that I just thought he was annoying as hell for a dude that only had a couple of fights in the UFC. But Conor McGregor is putting his money where his mouth is. He's backing it up, man. You know, we remember John Jones didn't want to fight Chael Sonnen because he didn't have enough time to prepare for him. Now, you know how difficult it is to prepare for Jose Aldo? And then, oh yeah, it might not be Aldo in 2 weeks. You know, you got to fight him, maybe the greatest fighter in the world, but oh yeah, maybe you might get Chad Mendes. Chad Mendes is a completely different style fighter than Jose Aldo is. I've always been a fan of actually having an alternate in the wings. I've always wondered why the UFC didn't do that. Just pay everybody. Just tell everybody, listen, we're going to give you $20,000 this month to train your ass off and be ready for a fight. And you might fight, you might not fight. I get that. I'd like to see that. But when you've got two fighters with the biggest fight of their lives on the line, and you got one dude who's not really sure who he's fighting, and you got another dude who's not really healthy enough to be fighting, but he's going to fight anyways because he's going to make $4 million, we got a serious-ass problem on our hands. When we come back, we'll break it down with Max Holloway. We'll talk about his upcoming fight with Charles Oliveira, and a little bit later on in the show, we'll hear from Conor McGregor. MMA Meltdown on the Fight Network continues.